Good morning, beautiful people. How are you today? I am apparently going through more detox symptoms, according to my friend Jerry, who is very wise in his years and journey. He's been vegan for 40 years and follows a lot of doctors and has a lot of knowledge under his belt about the way the body works. He's read a lot of books. Me, mom of three, living on the crazy fly of life, has not read so many books, but that's okay. He says that when we are going, like when we change our diet and when we, after eating like shit for years and years and years and years, so up until 5 years ago, our anniversary is coming up, but after 5 years ago, like I stopped eating anything with meat, dairy, or eggs in it. I didn't eat that anymore. I started eating only plants and a plant-based diet. I fluctuated, went back and forth to eating wheat and eating sugar on occasion for those 5 years. I was never completely clean of them. It'd probably last a week and maybe to 30 days, but I was always tempted by something. So, we got COVID I wasn't supposed to say it, the mother trucker. We got COVID in July. They took down my video that talked about my personal and my family's journey with the Rona. I apparently am full of false information, guys. So, I quit eating all the junk. Like, I took it all out when that happened. I fasted for 24 hours, and I juiced for 7 days, and was back in the water, boogie boarding and surfing by day 5, doing that from the onset of back symptoms. I had like a little runny nose, but I was like skateboarding up until the end, and then crashed and burned after that. But it was only 5 days. So that was July 22nd was last day of like the previous diet and lifestyle. And so now we're into September, and I've come down with another thing. I know it's not the Rona or Voldemort, as I've been deciding to call it, because my YouTube video got like totally removed. I'm a little peeved about it still. I've come down with another head cold, and I said to Jerry, I was like, I've been doing so good, and I have not been faltering, and I've been juicing, and I have been eating a huge salad every day. I've been doing so good. What is going on? Why is this happening? He's like, Mel, you're still detoxing. I'm like, oh yeah. So, what do I do for detox symptoms? And essentially, that's what our body is doing when we get any type of illness. We are detoxing, cleansing, and purging. You eat something really bad, your body's going to poop it out and it's going to spew it out. Same goes for like what we're breathing in and the environment that surrounds us. My hair's a mess. I'm a mess. I'm okay. It's okay to be a mess. So how do I care for myself when I feel like this? I take it easy. I definitely rest when my body is guiding me to rest. And so this came on really quick. Sunday, like, my nose started to run, and within 2 hours I was down sleeping. I took a 6-hour nap. I woke up at 9 in the evening, fell back asleep around 1, and slept for another 6 or 7 hours. So resting, number 1. Number 2, I don't take any Tylenol or Motrin, and I know that that's probably not feasible for most folks out there. However, and that's because I eat a diet the only sugar in it is what God has created from fruit, and what God has created from tree sap that's been cooked down a little bit, which would be maple syrup. Like, those are the highest glycemic substances that I'll use for sweetener. So my body's not in a state of inflammation that others' bodies are by eating that stuff all the time. So I don't take Tylenol and I don't take Motrin. Why? Because your body is having a response, a pain response, an inflammatory response for a reason. We need to be listening to this response instead of trying to cover it up with something. We need to allow our body to use that pain response and heal itself. So, resting, minimizing, or totally stopping use of pain-relieving medication. If I ate a diet high in sugar, I probably wouldn't be able to do that. Next step, for this, well, fasting is wonderful. It allows your body time to heal itself. Juicing is wonderful. It provides micronutrients to your body that you're not able to get because eating that much fruit would, you wouldn't be able to do it. So micronutrients get delivered much faster, with less needed from digestion. I use vegetable broth and soups, but vegetable broth and soup by it was onions and mushrooms, and that was it. So it was very minimal food, just a lot of liquid. And then herbal tea that's not caffeinated if you're feeling like you need something coating this area. And so I didn't do that. I did ginger and turmeric tea. I make that for that will help with pain, but it also aids in the body because it's antimicrobial, but it also holds many other nutrients that are necessary for bodily functions. I don't know all of them, but I do know that this has been used for thousands of years, long before I was kicking around. So I'm going to go with the thousands of years method of healing myself instead of the shit that's been developed in the last 50. I'm trying to think of the things that so heat. I have this beanbag, and I use it to heat the areas of my body that are hurting. So this whole thing started in my head and my nasal passages, here and sinus. And so I wore it around on my head for a solid 24 hours, and my husband and my daughters, my friends, had a good laugh. Today I'm using it on my lungs because my lungs are very tight and very heavy. But I have also been using coconut oil with drops of thieves in it, which is from Young Living, but it's the spices that people would wear during the Black Plague to prevent them from contracting the Black Plague. So I allow that to absorb into my skin to help this beautiful body and this sacred vessel that I'm inhabiting. And we're all inhabiting these human bodies. And it's important how we treat them because that's going to completely affect the life that we're living. And if you treat your body like poop, it's going to show you poop in your exterior reality. How do I know this? Because I lived it. I was 220 pounds. I was sick all the time. And granted, I've had some illness during this year, but it's my body just showing me that I'm hurting it, and that it's healing itself. Oh, those revelations come in all the time. So, what do we do when we are at a point of experiencing detox or sickness, illness, disease, whatever you want to call it? Do you really think at this point in time in the journey, knowing what you know, just knowing what you know based off of pharmaceutical advertisements and lawyer propaganda off the television, they advertise for these drugs, and then a couple of years later, they're taking them off the market, and there's a lawsuit. Knowing what you know, maybe taking a step back from what the media is telling you to do, maybe taking a step back from what the government is telling you to do, maybe taking a step back from the indoctrinated healthcare people, maybe taking a step back from what they're telling you to do and going inwards and getting yourself off the addiction of food. Americans especially, but it's happening worldwide. They've got McDonald's in every flipping country, I swear to God. We need to get ourselves back into a state of health. Our civilization, our species has never seen illness like it has now. And I spoke about this a year ago and more. I've spoke about this since the beginning of this thing that we're in. 18 million people die every year from heart disease. They tell you that you can't prevent it, but you can, and you can actually cure it by changing your diet. 18 million people. You don't see us taking that food that causes the 18 million people to die out of the school system. That's the food they feed your children, guys. It causes heart disease, it causes cancer, it causes diabetes, it causes obesity. So the 4 comorbidities that are killing people with the Voldemort. McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King are all still in existence. Why? If they kill so many people. Why are people being forced into their homes, allowed certain allotment of time to go out, and if you abuse that allotment of time and from your jail cell, they will pepper spray you or tase you? Oh, that's not happening here, Melanie. Well, guess what? It's happening other places. Thank God for that Second Amendment, right, guys? We gotta wake up, and we gotta wake up quick, because we, the people, didn't decide this. We, the people, got told false information. And we, the people, need to take back our power. If you're sending your kid to school, send them without a mask. If you are in a public school district, go to your board meetings. Become active in the decisions that people are making for your children. Go fight the board and go fight the schools about the shit that they're feeding our children that causes heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. It causes them directly. Start taking care of your sacred vessel that God gave you, or the universe gave you, or Mama Gaia gave you, or Pachamama, or whoever you believe in. This body, you are the spirit inside this body, but you are not this body. You got to start treating this body with respect to see respect in the exterior reality. I have not been treating my body with respect. I've been pushing myself, again, to every limit, and I'm tired, and that's the message that I keep getting this year, is that I keep pushing myself. When you do get sick, when you do get illness, allow your body time to heal. Allow your body the time to recover, and allow yourself, have the patience, allow yourself. I think that's everything. I'm wishing you guys all a great day. It rained here. We haven't had a whole lot of rain for a while, so it's nice when it comes in like once a week. I want to wish you all a beautiful day. Lots of peace, love, and namaste. And I will be back in touch soon. Adios, guys.